Alright, my digital dash decided not to work today, so. But now it decides to turn on. But I want to take it out anyway. People say on the internet that there's a capacitor that can go bad on the back side of this, but yeah, gotta take it out again. I put this in here, and I had an analog dash in it before. I had to like rewire it and everything. It's working now. Anyway, you got a couple bolts here under the controls there, and some more under here. You got to take the rear defrog switch off, and then there's some under that. So yeah. Alright, got all these off. These vacuum lines are actually held in by these little keepers on these plastic studs here. And also with your cable there, it's hooked onto this with one of them keepers there. And to get this red plastic piece off, on the back side of it, you just push down this whole tab with a screwdriver, but it's sitting in there like that. So it'd be on this side that little tab is, and on this side I got my fan switch and everything wired in, so probably have to cut these wires. I disconnected the battery. So there's 10mm nuts. There's one at the bottom somewhere there. And then here, there's one up top and one at the bottom. You have to have a deep well socket, and then this whole shroud will come off. So, oh, also, there's a couple screws down here on the bottom side of the dash. Don't forget to take those out or else you'll bust them. And once you get this plastic shield off right here, you'll see that your shifter needle here is actually connected way down in there somewhere. I think it's at the very bottom here. I don't know if you can see that. But you just push it off with a screwdriver or something, and then you'll have to put it back where it goes, you know, depending on what gear it's in. Or you can mark it with a Sharpie or something. But yeah, I'll get this piece off and get back to you. Alright, so once you get all your screws out, you got your trim piece off here. I just got mine hanging down here since I got all my wires connected to it and everything, and my LED and stuff. Anyway, right down here, just pull it down just a little bit. You'll see this little, well, I don't know if you'll see it. Well, right there. Push it off. And then your park will go back. So, anyway, you got some more 10mm here. Actually, this one's really loose. And up here, up there. And then this will just pop right off. Come right towards you with it. Alright, so that's how that looks. And see my custom wiring? Horrible job. But it all works. You can convert this. All you need is this connector here and the bracket that goes behind here. See the stock connectors right there for the analog dash? That went down there. So, not that hard to convert, just time consuming and wiring. So let's go take this guy in, take it apart, see what's wrong. Alright, now at the back of this, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 of these 5.5 millimeter. Weird size. The 732 will work too, but it was kind of sloppy. That comes off. Now what else do we got? Looks like really tiny screws. This camera don't focus. Or maybe this plastic comes off. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out here in a minute. I'll let you guys know. Figured it out. You got 2 really small screws here, like a 4 millimeter or 5 or something. And then you got 2 T10 Torx bits in these holes here. And then you gotta take these little ribbon cables off. And to do that, you just lift up on this tab here, and it just slides back. I mean, you could take a little screwdriver and kind of just pry it back ever so easily. So, let's see if I can't do this one-handed. Let's see what I mean. So, we'll stick that screwdriver up under there, and then this one's going to be a little more difficult. There we go. Well, didn't even get... Alright guys, the camera battery went dead. Anyway, where we left off here, get your screwdriver in between the connector and the plastic, and just kind of gently pry it off. Alright, battery's died once again. I got a fresh set in it now. But to get this board off, sitting on there like that, alright? And you got another connector right down here. Just take a screwdriver and kind of twist, and pry it, pull, and just be careful. You'll get it out. Now, they say the problem is not this capacitor, but this small one here on the power board. Now, I got the, it's a 47 UF 50 volt, and this one's a 47 50 volt, but this one's rated at 105 degrees Celsius, this one's only at 85, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I mean, you got to remember, this is like really old technology compared to like new days. I mean, just look at these resistors. I mean, they're just freaking huge. So that's what I'm going to replace it with. I took that off one of my old TV boards that I had. So we got to take these pins, or unsolder these pins, and 4 of these pins here. You can see they're actually labeled 2, 11, 10, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These are the ones you got to desolder from the back here. So Well, that might be good enough. Alright, let's try that. Actually, ain't gonna come easy. There we go. Just use a screwdriver and pry up just very carefully. There it is. Now what we're looking for is this capacitor there. Well, solder joints look good. So we'll just replace it with that tiny one. I think the first time I've replaced things with smaller capacitors, and just as long as they're the right specs. 47 UF at 50, and this one's a 47 UF at 50 microfarad. So, alright, well, we got some glue or something here. That sucks. Well, none of the traces are up top, so I might be able to just peel that off once I get them desoldered. There we are. The glue just peeled right up. Alright, so we're going to put this guy back in. Just like that. Now I'm pretty sure the glue was on this side. So the negative post faces that way. So I got that one in the right spot. I'm actually going to leave the pins as they are, because they're not going to hurt nothing. I'm not going to cut them or anything. So I just hope that works. Anyway, I'll put it back on. I'll clean that off a little bit. It's dirty. Hopefully it'll go back in. Haha. Oh, forgot one. Alright, that looked perfect. Yeah, a little crooked, not bad. Don't matter. But if this doesn't work, then I'm just going to get this capacitor and get maybe try to find a bigger one. But I don't think I'm going to. But I saw a few bad solder joints down in here. I don't think they were bad, but I've seen a few cracks or imperfections in the joints. I looked in here, I pulled that ribbon cable back, and they look pretty good, so I'm just going to touch up a few on here, check everything on this board, make sure there's no bad solder joints. Actually, wow, that looks like it's kind of burnt right there. Wow, these things get hot. Solder joints look good. Huh. You can actually go on the internet and probably get a repair kit. You know, it probably comes with these, some capacitors and whatnot, but mostly everybody says just that little capacitor there. So let's get it put back together. Well, that bulb got hot too. I think that's my engine light. Oh wait, no. Well, see on the right side, what's in the bottom right? Oh, that tachometer, the red line light bulb. I'll put you up a little higher. Actually, I forgot all about checking my solder joints here, so yeah, I'll get back to it here in a bit. Alright, double checked all the solder joints and everything, so everything looked good. I just resoldered all of these down here, and didn't see any on this one over here, so I think we're good. And I checked this board all over. Actually, these screws here, you don't have to take them out, because all it does is hold this little connector on. So, don't worry about taking them out. Alright. Looks like it's all there. It's seated. Now let's get our bolts here back in. Actually, I don't even think you even have to take that out. It just holds that connector on. So you don't even have to remove the Torx bits. Thing I read on the internet said you had to. Huh. I had a nut driver, this small. It's a 3/16. Metal cover back on. That's what actually holds the motherboard in place, not them little screws that I just put in. Oh wait, we're forgetting something. Gotta put our ribbon cables back on. That was easier than taking them out. There. Alright, I gotta hook up the battery back up. Screw that damn thing. Moment of truth. Oh, look at that. My mileage actually works now. Since I resoldered some of them cracked joints. Nice. Now I gotta put it all back together. Alright, you don't need to see that. This is what your driver's side seat will look like. Or passenger side. Nice. My trip even works and everything. 268 miles. Reset trip. I'm loving that. Cool. There you have it. Just replace that capacitor and resolder some cracked joints and you're good to go.